What's up, everybody? It's your boy C-Money, and I'm back with another video because today we got to talk about NXT. NXT back on Tuesday because the NXT after NXT Stand and Deliver, where we crowned not only a new NXT champion but a new NXT Women's champion. So we have to talk about that. So first we have to talk about, because NXT opens off with new NXT Women's champion Indi Hartwell coming out and just talking about how, she finally has the title. Then Zoe Stark comes out and has to ruin the party. Zoe Stark comes out and she says how, we have a very beatable NXT Women's Champion now, and how she wants a shot at the belt, which sets up Indi Hartwell agrees for a match that night on NXT. So they have a match for the NXT Women's Championship. Indi Hartwell picks up the victory, defeating Zoe Stark in her first title defense. But then, you have Tiffany Stratton came out on the ring, on the stage, and was saying how that title's mine. Then Cora Jade from out of nowhere is back. She attacked Indi Hartwell and says how she wants the NXT Women's Championship. And then Lyra Valkyria confronted Cora Jade out in the parking lot because I think it was a couple months ago, they had a little feud. So Indi Hartwell retains against Zoe Stark, but Cora Jade is back and she wants a shot at the belt. Jacy Jayne talking about how she's going to break Gigi Dolan and how she cost her the match. Because at NXT Stand and Deliver, which I uploaded reactions to NXT Stand and Deliver yesterday, make sure you go check that out. But you had Gigi Dolan was almost about to grab the belt, and then Jacy Jayne returned and cost her the match. So now she says how she's going to break Gigi Dolan, but we know that won't happen because Gigi is not going to let that happen. Pretty Deadly take on Tony D'Angelo and Stax. In the end, Pretty Deadly pick up the victory because they cheated to get a win, because they pulled some trickery. How they one of them was hiding under the ring apron, and then apparently the one guy wasn't the legal man, and then he's like, wait, I'm not the legal man. So then he snuck up from behind, hit Tony D'Angelo's face on the exposed turnbuckle, roll up, 1, 2, 3. Pretty Deadly pick up the victory. Dijak dominates Odyssey Jones, or Decius Jones, however you say it, Odyssey Jones. Dijak destroys him. Gallus talking about how they're all back together now. You got Wolfgang, Mark Coffey, and Joe Coffey. All three of them are together. And Joe Coffey, who returned at NXT Stand and Deliver, said how he wants. He's like, how about I add some more gold to Dallas because you have Wolfgang and Mark Coffey have the NXT tag belts. So Joe Coffey's like, how about I add a belt to Gallus? So we could see him go after, who knows, Wesley or something. Speaking of Wesley, he went up against Axiom for the NXT North American Championship. Incredible match. In the end, Wesley picks up the victory. And then Scripps, who's been apparently had his sights set on Axiom for past few weeks, tried to do a sneak attack on him, but where he just flips into the ring. But Axiom caught him though with a super kick. Very cool. Noam Dar is back. If you don't, Noam Dar, he used to be on the Cruiserweight division on the main roster. Well, it was on the main roster at some point. So Noam Dar's had matches on Monday Night Raw before. So, but then he went back down to NXT UK to help out there, and now he's back in NXT. And before a match between Dragon Lee and Nathan Frazer started, he just came out and was like, yeah, whatever, talking about his trophy or whatever that apparently he won in the past. I don't know. And he was at ringside for when Dragon Lee in his first singles match in NXT. And it was his first win defeating Nathan Frazer. So very cool. And then, you have Chase U, because back in NXT Stand and Deliver, Chase U defeated the Schism. So Andre Chase kept control of Chase U. Remember, because Duke Hudson, if you didn't see my reactions, Duke Hudson fooled Schism, because Duke Hudson made Schism think that he was joining them, but then he ripped off the shirt when they weren't looking and then attacked them. So Duke Hudson fooled Schism, and Chase U is still in. Andre Chase still has control of Chase U, because if Schism won that, they would get control of Chase U, but Andre Chase and Chase U and Tyler Bate won, so Andre Chase kept control of Chase U. And they said how next week they're going to have like an MVP ceremony for Duke Hudson. So that's going to be very cool. Alba Feiler and Isla Dawn are celebrating winning the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships away from Fallon Henley and Kiana James, who more drama with them because Fallon was upset because Brooks didn't give her purse in the match when she was asking for it. And Fallon and Briggs come in, and Fallon's like, why are you mad at Brooks for not cheating? Like, Brooks was just not cheating, like how you're cheating on Brooks. And Brooks is like, you're cheating on me? And Kiana's like, well, first of all, we were never exclusive. So, like, I wasn't really cheating because we were never exclusive. But all of that changed, though, when we had our first kiss, Brooks. And I thought I could trust you. And Brooks is like, you can trust me. So, yeah, so just drama. And then, Briggs and Fallon are just trying to help out Brooks. But then Brooks eventually got a little mad. And he's like, enough. Stay out of my relationship with me and Kiana. Please. Just stay out of my relationship. All right? So, yeah, and apparently next week, Fallon and Kiana are going to have their rematch for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships against Alba Fire and Isla Dawn next week. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. And then, Ilya Dragunov was being interviewed backstage when Von Wagner came up and challenged him to a match, which it's going to happen next week, Von Wagner and Ilya Dragunov. But Mr. Stone, Von Wagner's manager, remember Von Wagner hasn't won a match in like a long time. So Mr. Stone's like, Von, I will make that match, but if you lose, I'm done. I cannot be your manager anymore. So, yeah, so Von Wagner, Ilya Dragunov next week. If Von Wagner loses, Mr. Stone no longer Von Wagner's manager. So, a lot of pressure. And then Ivy Nile was able to defeat Tatum Paxley, her former friend in Diamond Mine who turned on her a couple weeks ago. Ivy Nile was able to get payback, defeating her. And then we can talk about, and then lastly, NXT, we have the new NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes, and Trick Williams coming out. Carmelo Hayes talking about how he won the NXT championship, and he wanted to call out Bron Breakker and just say, how he respects him and thank you because you gave you a hell of a performance and thank you, Bron. And the crowd was chanting like, thank you, Breakker, all that, because two of the best in NXT, Bron Breakker, Carmelo Hayes, and it was an awesome match. If you didn't remember, go check out my reactions for NXT Stand and Deliver when I talked about it because it was a great match. And Bron Breakker was saying, how, there's always going to be someone who's going to beat you, and you were the guy to beat me. And then before Bron Breakker walked off, Carmelo Hayes is like, Bron, wait. And they shook hands, and Bron Breakker raised Carmelo Hayes' hand, but then, you could see it coming from a mile away. Boom! The clothesline. Bron Breakker turns heel, which means he's a bad guy now. Bron Breakker, because he was a good guy, now he's a bad guy. Then he takes out Trick Williams, takes out Carmelo Hayes, leaves them both laying. Bron Breakker is now a heel, a bad guy. So, Bron Breakker wants his title back, and yeah, he's a bad guy now. He turned heel. So, that is going to be very interesting to see a rematch. But yeah, so that was it. Big heel turn, Bron Breakker. But Noam Dar's back in NXT. Yeah, so a pretty good episode of NXT, guys. I thank you guys for watching this video. This week is, or it's really next week, because because I'm not gonna have school tomorrow because it's good. Excuse me, it's Good Friday, and then we have Easter. So, sorry. So this next week for me is spring break. So I'm gonna be off, so I'll have more time. So Raw reactions, NXT reactions, SmackDown reactions, all that will be up next week. SmackDown reactions for this week will be up on Saturday. But no, the one thing I was gonna say was that Sheriff C Money is going to be another episode of Sheriff C Money coming out this week because it's spring break off time. So stay tuned for that. But that's it, guys. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe for more, guys. I love you guys, and C Money is out.